Lokoz Boxing. Jaime Munguia has announced a change of plans. He actually has set up a fight against Gabriel Rosado for November 13th. This will be Golden Boy's attempt to make the classic or iconic Mexico versus Puerto Rico fight happen. Jaime Munguia was actually supposed to wait and fight one more fight in order to get a chance at Jermall Charlo. However, the change of plan happened unexpectedly. He's now scheduled to fight on November 13th. Although I will be tuning in to watch the fight, I am a little disappointed that this fight is going to take place instead. I've seen Gabriel Rosado's last performance. I've seen some of his fights in the past, and to be honest, I'm not really impressed by Gabriel Rosado to be a good opponent for Jaime Munguia. Now, I'm not going to hate on Gabriel Rosado. It's just that Jaime Munguia hasn't had any really good opposition recently. There hasn't been a good named fighter, a well-known fighter that he has fought to push his limits. It just seems like Golden Boy Promotions is just putting training wheels on him and they're afraid to take those training wheels off. It's very hard for Jaime Munguia to grow as a fighter, to move up, to prove himself, if you just keep putting people who are not going to challenge him to his fullest. Will the fight be challenging for Jaime Munguia? Sure, it could be challenging. I'm not going to underestimate Gabriel Rosado, but I do think it's time for Jaime Munguia to start moving up, to start getting outside of his comfort zone. And I'm not going to put all the blame on Jaime Munguia because I know he doesn't promote himself. And we've seen this before from Golden Boy Promotions, how they basically baby a lot of their fighters because they don't want their fighters to take a loss, and they want to keep inflating or building up their fighter's name without any risk. If you look at Gabriel Rosado's stats, that tells you the whole picture. He's won like 26 fights. He's lost 13 fights. This is a fighter who I don't think has a lot to offer to Jaime Munguia. With all that being said, I'm sure Jaime Munguia is going to win the fight. May I repeat that Gabriel Rosado's last fight was one of the most boring fights I have ever seen in years. And this is a fighter who's already lost 13 times. I know that normally it doesn't matter if a fighter has lost before as long as he's gained experience. But it's not like Gabriel Rosado has hundreds of fights with 13th loss. He has 26 victories with 13 losses. How do you even excuse that for him to be the next fight for Jaime Munguia? What will end up happening is that Gabriel Rosado will probably end up knocked out. That's probably what's going to end up happening in this fight. Time is passing by for Jaime Munguia. He's not getting any younger, especially in boxing. And I think he's missing the opportunities that he could have been taking to move up, to make a name for himself. With that being said, I'm still going to watch the fight. I'm sure there will be some highlights in the fight that will be good. And let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lokoz Boxing.